Hello and welcome to glennzb TV for Wednesday. The show that puts glennzb into your virtual headset. I'm bringing New Zealand to the world and the world to New Zealand. And robots, we have totally fined your ass. Well, the EU has. $4 billion fine for Google for when you search for things and then you're shopping and then you do a comparative thing. They've put some things in there. It's complicated, but yeah, you're in trouble for it. Tell us what to buy, you horrible robots. Admittedly, as in response, it seems that you've launched some kind of horrendous cyber attack on us, which may be the downfall of civilization as we know it. This Petya ransomware attack, which apparently is a bit like the WannaCry one that we had recently, which did indeed make many large organisations want to cry. So, yeah, my advice to everybody out there to maybe the best way to protect yourselves against Petya is, I don't know if you considered perhaps changing your password. Maybe use a combination of capital letters, lowercase letters, maybe even some symbols. Maybe an exclamation point, maybe an asterisk. I feel like I may have given that advice before. It's good advice. Now the big question is, where exactly are we going to have this America's Cup in 2021? Because, as a lot of people seem to delight in pointing out, the place where they've had it previously, that's all hotels and restaurants and things now, and you can't just put bases on top of them. And I was interested to see last night a person in Tauranga, where Peter Burling hails from, saying that they couldn't have it there because it's not deep enough. Well, how deep do you need it? These things don't even go in the water, do they? That's what the fly time is all about, isn't it? Did he mean that the air isn't high enough for them? Well, that was a weird reason not to have it somewhere because it's not deep enough. I don't think you need. Anyway. And just while we're on that, final thing I'm going to say about the America's Cup ever, until tomorrow, is the effect, the massive economic effect, of course, of the America's Cup coming to town. What kind of things will America's Cup fans be wanting to buy when they get here? And I think if yesterday's coverage of the awards ceremony in Bermuda showed us anything, it was, so the Louis Vuitton gave them all these bags, which, just quietly, I think they're butt ugly, but apparently because they've got the Louis Vuitton thing on them, they become desirable. They weren't desirable enough for these guys to keep. Of course, they threw them out into the crowd. And then sort of quite a scrap ensued there. There's people being elbowed, clawed, kicked, punched. Maybe an ascending elbow. Anyway. So obviously, yeah, if we can get some of those bags in, maybe parallel import some, they will go like hotcakes. It'll be an ugly bag-based economy, I think, you'll find in 2021 here in Auckland, if indeed that is where they end up doing it. I am glennzb. Thank you so much for having me in your virtual headset. I will see you back here again tomorrow.